Hi, welcome back to the Advocacy Update. I'm Jen and this is Corey, and we're going to round out our summer AIA topics by talking about the pay raise for junior enlisted troops. So what's the status?
So we have two different versions in the House and Senate versions, and ultimately what we're trying to do is conference them together and really make in a way that makes a significant impact for our junior enlisted.
So this is the National Defense Authorization Act. What does the House version say?
Okay, so the House has across the board a 4.5 pay raise.
Tied to ECI, so we knew that.
For most service members. There's a greater increase for E1 to E4, an additional 15%. And then on top of that, we see some tweaks to E5 pay as well. So they're getting not that full boost, but they are getting a significant raise as well.
What's the Senate look like?
Okay, so again, 4.5% across the board, except a 5.5% increase for E1s to E3s.
And what's our hope? What do we think is actually going to happen with the final NDAA?
So there's a lot of gap between those two proposals, and what we'd like to see, what we'll realistically see is them meeting in the middle somewhere. But given all the problems that we've seen service members and their family face, whether it comes from food insecurity, housing issues, and just overall quality of life stuff, pay is one of the things that makes a universal impact on all those areas.
And an immediate impact.
Exactly.
One of the challenges that we've heard from DOD, from the Senate, and just from people at large is that the QRMC, the Quadrennial Review of Military Compensation, it's actually happening right now. So why don't we wait and see what they have to say about the pay issue? Why do we need to act now?
So we're at a really interesting time. We're at an election year, and the QRMC is not going to come out for probably until next summer, more than likely, if trends hold. But that puts us in a situation where next summer they'll likely miss making impact for next year's NDAA, and then you're going to have to establish consensus.
So we're looking at 2027 before we would see anything.
Waiting for the QRMC means we're waiting a couple years.
And military families can't wait any longer.
No. Given all the issues that we're seeing across the board, the quality of life report the House did really cast a light on a lot of the changes that need to be made.
Yeah. So financial security is at the center of the challenges that military families are facing. Click our Legislative Action Center and send a note to your lawmakers urging them to include a junior enlisted pay raise in the final version of the National Defense Authorization Act. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week.